hydrological response, especially for the Raval Dam. Now I would like to invite Aimen Mateen from Center for Integrated Mountain Research, University of the Punjab, Pakistan. And her topic of research is the geospatial analysis for geomorphological characteristics of transboundary watershed of Upper Indus Basin, Pakistan. Aimen Mateen, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Please start your PPT. Thank you very much.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Aimen Mateen. I'm an M.Sc scholar from Center for Integrated Mountain Research, University of the Punjab. The topic of my today's presentation is geospatial analysis for the geomorphological characterization of transboundary watershed of Upper Indus Basin, Pakistan. Uh, First of all, the introduction. Water is a natural resource that has no other substitute, and it's essential for the survival of human race and other living things. It ignores all the international boundaries, and its flows changes both in space and times. Man is highly dependent on freshwater resources that are mostly in the form of rivers, and most of the largest rivers of the world are transboundary rivers. More than 45% of the Earth's surface is covered by transboundary rivers, and according to Transboundary Freshwater Dispute Database, the world has 310 international river basins. These international, these transboundary watersheds are a potential source of conflict, and at the same time, they can still create possibilities and opportunities for cooperation. A successful transboundary water management promotes economic growth alongside regional peace and security, which can thwart the much anticipated water wars.
Aimen,
Yes, sir.
we cannot see your slides. Your PPT is stuck on the first slide. Yes, now
So,
it's
can you
okay.
see it now?
Now it's okay. Now we are at the problem statement. Is it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Now comes the problem statement. International river basins are shared by more than one country. The countries on the downstream suffers the most if there's any change in the flow and quality of water. If the countries don't cooperate and abide by the laws, there, there would be serious political conflicts and that may result into war. The upper Indus basin of Pakistan shares the borders with two countries, India and China. The river Indus flowing in Pakistan gets its contribution from both of these countries. There has been similar conflicts going on between India and Pakistan on the water coming from Indus. There is a need of proper watershed management approach to resolve the issues and the need to identify these shared water basins. So my research objectives were to identify the shared water basins of Upper Indus Basin in Pakistan, India, China, and Afghanistan, to identify the flow regimes, and to estimate the physical characteristics. The study area is the Upper Indus River Basin. The Indus River Basin, a transboundary watershed, has a total area of about 1.12 million kilometers squares and is shared by the four countries Pakistan, India, China, and Afghanistan. The Indus Basin is divided into Upper Indus Basin and Lower Indus Basin. The catchment area of the Indus Basin above the Tarbela Dam is Upper Indus Basin, and lower the Tarbela Dam is Lower Indus Basin. The mean catchment elevation of Upper Indus Basin is 4,400 meters. The Upper Indus Basin consists of high mountainous terrain, that is terrains of Himalaya, Karakoram, and Hindu Kush ranges. Next, it is the map of Upper Indus Basin along the line of control. Next, on the methodology, we use the 90-meter dam and list of the climatic stations and list of the stream gauges. First of all, we mosaic the dams and delineated the mosaic dam, added our stream gauges and climatic stations. Point delineation was done, and then we extract the basins. Then we delineate the identified basin and estimated the total and shared basin area and estimated the length, absolute and shared length of the rivers. Next come the results. So 14 transboundary river basins were identified. 11 of them were flowing towards Pakistan from Indian occupied Kashmir. Three of these 14 rivers are flowing towards Pakistan from China through Indian occupied Kashmir. Absolute and shared basin areas and lengths were also estimated. These are the graph that shows the areas of the identified basins along the line of control, and the graph below shows the river length of the identified water basins along the line of control. Here's another study between the basins between Pakistan and Afghanistan. 16 transboundary river basins were identified. 5 of 16 rivers are flowing from Pakistan to Afghanistan, and 11 of 16 rivers are flowing towards Pakistan from Afghanistan. Absolute and shared basin areas and river lengths were estimated. These are the graphs that show the upper graph shows the basin areas of identified Pak-Afghan shared water basins. The below graph shows the river length of identified Pak-Afghan shared water basins. These are the topographical maps. First map shows the topography and river length of the shared watersheds along the line of control, and the map on the right side shows the topography and river length of the Pak-Afghan shared water basins. So here come the conclusions. 14 transboundary river basins were identified along the line of control. 11 out of them flow from Indian occupied Kashmir towards Pakistan. 3 out of the 11 rivers flow from China through Indian occupied Kashmir towards Pakistan. The elevation of all the identified shared transboundary river basins range from 139 meters to 8,000 meters. 16 transboundary river basins were identified between Pakistan and Afghanistan. 5 out of 16 flow from Pakistan to Afghanistan. 11 out of 16 flow towards Pakistan from Afghanistan. The elevation of all the identified shared transboundary river basins range from 275 meters to 7,000 meters. The absolute and shared area were also calculated, and absolute and shared river length were also calculated. Are the recommendations. The present study exemplifies the integrated approach of remote sensing and GIS techniques for geomorphological analysis and prioritization of the basins. The geospatial analysis for the geomorphological characterization will aid in the future management of the transboundary watersheds. It will also aid in addressing the issues and problems faced by downstream countries and bringing peace among the nations. Here are the references, and thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Aimen, for a valuable presentation. And here we conclude this technical session. And I would like to thank all the presenters, specifically the respected Professor Dr. Hamza Farooq Gabriel Saab, for thanks sir for your sparing a valuable time. Now